so I don't scuff it. I'm going to bend my squeegee and try to get in that crevice. A little tough. I'm going to need a little help here. So what I'm going to do is apply a little bit of alcohol solution and see what happens. Try to get it to grab more. Sometimes when you encounter a hood like this, you want to try a few different things. But again, you don't have a lot of time, so you have to move semi-fast. What I'm going to do here, just steaming it to make this a little more flexible for myself. And I'm going to apply a little alcohol solution here to get it to grab for myself. And then I'm going to go ahead and try this one more time. A little more alcohol here. It's not wanting to grab yet. Have to work with it a little bit. I'm actually using my finger to get in this small area in the crevice instead of a squeegee. Now I'm going to attempt to go up the valley with the bent squeegee again. Okay, that method's not going to work on this particular vehicle. We pull the film back up. We're still safe because it hasn't been on that long. And we just try to keep applying it as we go. Just like that. Maybe that's what I should have done in the first place. I've never actually done this particular model vehicle, and sometimes you have to play with it a little bit to see what you have to do. Again, I'm just going to run my finger here, my nail or my thumb, right in the crevice, kind of remove any excess water out of there. Little bit of air. I think we're going to be okay now. Sometimes it's trial and error, but the nice thing is this film's forgiving. It's not, once it's not stuck right away. You still have, like I said, I'm going to say maybe 5 minutes maximum to try to move the film without it leaving any marks from where you peeled it. Now, this side is pretty much done. Any loose ends like this can remain. I'm going to go ahead and give this one more squeegee. And go up the valley. Just trying to remove any excess water. Any water that remains, I see a small piece of, small piece of dirt here. Again, haven't been on that long, so I'm going to go ahead and just spray under there, rub my finger and apply it. The material, even though I stretch it, will go right back to its original form. That's nice, the dirt's gone. Remember, keep the material wet as you're squeegeeing, so you don't mar the film, scuff it, anything like that. Okay, now we move on to the driver's side, and since we've tackled that, seeing the way that it needs to be done, this side will move much quicker. Again, outside wet, fingers here need to be stretched out. And I'll go ahead and stretch them, just like that, and squeegee. Some people prefer short strokes. I go quite a bit longer. I try to move faster in case there's anything, if I need to pull it up or anything, it saves me a little bit of time. Again, I'm going to spray a little alcohol here, get it to stick down here for myself. This seems like more of the problem area. A little more alcohol, get it to stick. Come on, baby, work with us here. And again, if it's a small area like this near an edge, we're safe for a while. It's everything in the middle is what you want to hurry up and get out. On the edge, you could let it dry and kind of work it out as over time. You can literally let it sit for hours like that and work it out a little at a time. Okay, and I'm going to continue here till we get to the end. Making sure I get out as much soap and water as possible. Again, I'm just going to take my finger and run it through the valley, make sure I've removed most of the water. And my rag, so the water doesn't try to come back in. Spray the outside. It's something that you may forget, and it's very important that you remember to constantly keep the outside wet with solution so that you don't scuff the material while applying it. Right now the material is still soft. It hasn't dried on the vehicle, so it's very susceptible, very raw, let's say. It can scuff very easily. And that's the basic application. Like I said, when you finish, you can wait a little while and you just basically hold your finger on stubborn areas like that. It'll hold the material down. And after you've let it dry for several hours, you just go over the edges with the heat gun to ensure that it's sealed on the car and it's ready to be delivered. Unfortunately, you cannot wash the car for 24 hours. It takes a 24-hour period to completely seal. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and these guys that are being a little stubborn, this is the only area being stubborn on this hood is right here. I'm going to apply a little bit of alcohol and water solution and I'm going to steam it just gently, kind of work it out with my finger. Steam, the heat from the steam helps it stick also. It helps the glue activate a little better, quicker. And it makes it more pliable. Just kind of go around that edge a little bit and hug it and seal. And that's your basic installation of the hood. And when I'm finished, again, like I said, I just go around the edge with the heat gun and kind of seal it in. Again, my name is Zafar from Tint Pros.